Hello everybody, my name is Bragster and today I will be reviewing Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Now this came out last year and I've been really excited to watch it recently. I was able to watch it on Amazon Prime. It's there at the moment, so if you've got a Prime account you can go over and watch it. Now this, surprisingly, I found out is based off a children's book. Now, if you've never heard of Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, if you haven't heard of it, it is a horror movie. Yeah, so we've got a horror movie that's based off a children's book. The only one I've ever seen do this is The Babadook, which was phenomenal, and this one again was awesome. So this is about a group of teenagers that go to this haunted house where this girl Sarah Bellows used to live with her family. Her family mistreated her and locked her in the basement, which is where her room was, because she was different and stuff like that. And kids used to ask her to tell stories because she knew how to tell a bloody good story. So she had this book, and this book, they pick it up and they tell her to tell them a story, and then Sarah Bellows doesn't stop telling them stories. You know, she starts killing them off by writing stories in the book. Obviously Sarah Bellows is by this time is dead, but she's able to write in the book, which is a bit spooky. And then it just starts writing itself, and these stories start to come to life in real life, and children start going missing, and it's quite cool. Again, similarly to Polaroid, they start to work out what's going on pretty quickly. I mean, it's not difficult to find out, because it's not difficult to look at a book that is writing itself and go, that's spooky, maybe this is what's killing people. But they start to work out what's going on, they try and stop it. And this movie hasn't really got many scares. It is just creepy from start to finish. It doesn't stop being creepy, which is really good. I prefer horror movies with a story to horror movies that are there for scares. This is definitely a horror movie for story reasons. You know, just to have this book write itself and start doing this, that and the other, it's a scary concept, really, you know. And these stories aren't like Little Red Riding Hood or anything. No, they are like scary stuff, you know. Things start moving without you realising, or this weird corpse starts talking to you, just things like that. It's creepy stuff, and you feel creeped out, and that's where the scary part comes in. This is where the horror element comes in. It's not about how many times they can make you jump. You know, in fairness, there was one moment where I genuinely had, like, I was gripping to myself tightly, and I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. That one moment in the whole movie. However, you know, it's still pretty cool. It's, you know, it's probably got maybe more action sequences. It's got as many action sequences as it has like scares. But this movie is purely about the story, and it's a good story at that. You know, it takes twists and turns. You know, when you think it's going down one end, it goes down another. One of the twists that I kind of saw coming, but I kind of saw coming, but it worked. It worked in a really good way. It was quite a clever way of doing it. But it was, it was a good premise and it did really well. It's got mostly positive reviews as well as a look, because I had a feeling it was based off something. So I went away and researched it. It was based off a book, also called Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, and it was a children's book written many years ago. So there are adults who would have probably known this as a children's book who have watched this then as a horror movie, bringing what they knew as a child to life on the screen in a horrifying way. In my opinion, virtually genius. I love the concept of that. It would freak you out, having something that you used to hear as a kid suddenly become a horrifying thing on your big screen. It's a terrifying concept, but I genuinely think this is genius. A brilliant idea of a movie. It just is. When also researching, I found out that there is a possibility of a sequel. Now, they've set it up in a way, I won't spoil anything, but they've set it up in a way where if they want to, they can do a sequel. And apparently it's in development. Literally, I looked it up, there was just one sentence, quoted, it's in development. Now, anyone that knows anything about movies, that means there's a 50-50 chance of it happening right now. If it's in development, then that means that they've got an idea, they're just trying to put it together, put the concept art together and all of that. A lot of movies in this stage, it could be a few years yet. So bear in mind it came out in 2019. Before, I would expect it to come out, if there is one, maybe close to 2024, maybe 2023. It takes, if it's saying that now, a year on from the movie nearly, if it's saying that it's in development, then there's a 50-50 chance of it happening. A lot of movies have fell through at this stage, a lot of movies have gone through at this stage. But honestly, if it's a standalone, it's brilliant. And it would be a brilliant standalone horror film, and it would do itself justice, and if it ends there, it ends there. If there is a sequel, I will watch it, because I enjoyed this movie. It creeped me out, it made me feel insecure, and that's what a horror movie is meant to do. If it makes you feel uncomfortable in your own home, that says a lot about how good not only the writing is, but the actual film. It is just awesome. I wouldn't say, is it the best horror movie I've ever seen? Nah. No, it's not. But, is it a good horror movie? Yeah. It's a good horror movie with a great concept that works. And you don't need much more than that. There's not much more I can really comment on this movie without spoiling anything, but I highly recommend you go out there and watch it, especially if you like horror movies. If you're one of these people that doesn't mind horror movies in terms of the creepiness, but just doesn't like the jump scares, then this is fine for you. And I'm not just saying that to be like, haha, I can't wait to see you come back and have been scared out your skin. No, genuinely, there is only one moment where it made me do that, because I thought a jump scare was coming. There's just one moment, one jump scare possibly in the whole thing. The rest of it is very much just creepiness and making you feel uncomfortable, and you know, it just makes you feel that way. So if you can deal with the creepiness of a horror movie, but just don't like the jump scares, then this one's fine for you. And I think it's a really good one to watch. Just even if you're maybe unsure whether you like horror movies or not, but don't want to go straight in with a pure jump scare based one, or just one of the worst horror movies, then this is also a great one for you to start off with. Genuinely, I think if I'd started this is my first one, it would have been, I think it would have just set me up for a load of others. So yeah, if you've seen this movie, tell me what you thought in the comments down below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Do you agree with me? Do you actually think it was scarier than I thought it was? Because I thought it was more based on the story. But I don't know whether that's my head veering off more towards the story, because I prefer horror movies with a story. I think it grips you more. So put that down in the comments down below. Put down in the comments what you also want me to review in the future. It doesn't have to be horror movie based, but as this is a horror movie review, you probably will want to see more horror movies. So which ones do you want me to review in the future? You know, I've got a bunch of movies and TV shows that I want to review and watch in the future. So just comment down below and I'll add it to my list. Hit that like button to tell me that you like this video. It just helps me know what you like, what you don't like. And hit that subscribe button to make sure you don't miss anything. It's not only beneficial to you, but it's beneficial to me. It helps me out because it adds to my subscriber list, and it will help you out to not miss anything that I'm coming out with. So yeah, that is everything on Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Just try not to tell too many scary stories in the future, because judging by this movie, at any moment they can come back and haunt you. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya!